Alright guys, I'm here back with more Final Fantasy 15 and we're reaching the end of the Final Fantasy 15 playthrough here. And we're going to be playing episode Ardyn, the final DLC to play here. Again, really insane this came out in 2019. Like to even just think about that. But yeah, let's do it. Let's finish this game up. Well, I mean, I should also say that I'm considering dabbling into the multiplayer because I do believe the multiplayer has like some element of a story to it. But even if I do, I probably won't do that on like it probably won't be public, the footage of that. So yeah. But yeah, here we go with episode Ardyn. Interesting seeing how the gameplay of this goes. Like, I have a general sense of the story. Like, I already knew Ardyn's background and everything, so it's like, I don't feel like narratively this is going to be too surprising for me, but I am interested in seeing how the gameplay goes, because I've literally never seen any gameplay of this, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, this is it for Final Fantasy 15. After this, I mean, I have a few more things I need to do on my own. In terms of, I need to watch Kingsglaive. I'll probably watch Brotherhood, I think it's called, the short animated series. You got, as I said, the multiplayer possibly. I got to read the book, The Dawn of the New World. But yeah, I mean, that'll be its own video, separate from the base game retrospective. I'm an idiot. I just choked on my own spit. I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah, I probably won't be able to work on those videos for a little bit anyway, because right now I'm working on 2020 Year Gaming. Once that's done, I'm gonna have to jump immediately to Challenge All Stars, and I also need to catch up on BBAU. So it's like, that's gonna take me until probably the end of next week anyway. So that'll probably be the next opportunity I have to work on the Final Fantasy retrospective anyway. Let's try not doing that again. Alright, but yeah, I mean, things are mostly the same. Outside of that, plan immediately after this is to play Mass Effect. My copy still has not arrived, even though it's supposed to arrive by 1 o'clock. But again, it should be here any second now. Fucking love the music of this game.
Long ago, there lived a man, blessed by the gods, and revered.
Yeah, also, if you don't know, this was supposed to be part 1 of a 4-part series. What ended up happening is that the creative director of Final Fantasy 15 left at the end of the production of this. So they never made the other 3, but they turned it into a book. Wait, what? I just got a message that arrived. So it's probably at the... Okay, so I need to go check on that in a second. Well, let's cutscene run. But essentially, like, this is an alternate ending, right? Like, that's why we're going back. I don't really know. So yeah, the 4 episodes that this was, like, supposed to be part 1 of, essentially it's an alternate ending to the original game, where Noctis doesn't die at the end, where instead him and Lunafreya are able to, where Lunafreya gets revived, and they actually team up with Ardyn to take down Bahamut. Was that his name? Something like that. And then they end up with a happily ending. Fuck off! I can't even. Happily ever after. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Did you get the point?
The missing officer has been identified as 28-year-old Mars Sapientia. Although Officer Sapientia allegedly reported for duty at his appointed time, fellow officers say he disappeared soon after and has not been sighted since. Officer Sapientia is a tall, fair-skinned male and was last seen wearing his border patrol fatigues. Anyone with information on Officer Sapientia's whereabouts are requested to contact the Crown City Police immediately. And now a word from the public.
Fucking music on the radio is fucking
anniversary of the founding of the Kingdom of Lucis. The Founders Day Committee has
a modified version of Somnus.
in honor of this auspicious occasion, including a parade around the Citadel, as well as a statue of the founder king himself.
It is ridiculous that took 5 days. Like, it's literally 5 days late, my copy of Mass Effect. Again, like, obviously, like, we didn't finish this in time to play it anyway. Fine, but it's still ridiculous it arrived 5 days late. And the fact that it took like a week to ship. Like, literally from the day it shipped to when it arrived here, it took a week. It's like, what the fuck were they fucking doing? Like, my copy of Hitman arrived in 4 days, and that wasn't even any, like, special shipping or anything. Like, this was supposed to be release date shipping. Like, why the fuck did it take a week? But whatever. Again, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, but it's like, it's still, like, dumb and frustrating. And, like, I just imagine if, like, because, like, I was supposed to get Last of Us Part 2 from Best Buy. And if the same thing happened to that, I would have freaked the fuck out. Thank God I canceled that pre-order. Oh, this is weird. Huh.
This is the city's Somnus built on the back of his own flesh and blood. Just look at them, free of care.
So this is Insomnia, right?
Beyond their wall.
Before the destruction? Yeah, Lucius, yeah. So this is Insomnia. Yeah, I'm assuming we're gonna see, like, this, I mean, this DLC in general, like, we already know it's longer. It's like a 2-hour DLC instead of like an hour and a half. But also, I'm assuming that it's gonna be clear that they put more work into this one. Because, again, this was supposed to be the foundation of a 4-part series that never came to be. Yeah, I guess there was actually a point where, like, they weren't even gonna release this once Tanabe, I think that's his name, right? Tabade? Well, I forgot his name. But either way, once he left, they were, like, thinking, like, oh, should we just cancel Ardyn? And it's so weird to me because I believe Arnea's episode was, like, pretty much done as well, from what I understand. Like, it was, like, pretty much at the tail end of production.
So safe with him. What a life to live.
That's Founders Day. And then, like, I think, like, Lunafre had just started development, and then Noctis was still in, like, the planning stages.
Let the fireworks begin!
So, according to this package, right 5 minutes ago. Oh, lovely.
Cursed be the winged wings of the gods.
Yeah, it seems like my BB Can review is doing pretty consistent at this point, like being like right in between or BB Can player rank, I mean, is right in between the review and the challenge review. If not, actually leaning closer to the BB Can review. It's at 446 views, BB Can was at 500, challenge was at 350, so it's like, pretty happy with those views. I feel like that's solid for what it is, and considering how late it is. Again, subscriber-wise, I'm actually coming out of this net negative of 1 so far, which is funny, but, like, I'll say that again, like, I'm pretty content with how the video is performing. Oh, this is really weird, because I'm checking my analytics and stuff, and, like, when you go on the app, when you go to real-time views, it shows you your top 5. Like, number 1 and number 5 are my 2 Jeff Probst videos. Number 2 and number 4 are my BB Can 9 videos, and in the middle is the season ranking. So essentially, it's like this kind of weird, like, pattern, like this weird, like, mirror image there. It looks really weird. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Chapter 1. Do 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 do. Yeah, this came out like a full, like, what, over a year, I think, like almost a year and a half, right after the episode Ignis came out. I think it was like a year and 4 months or so.
Oh, Ardyn. You can't expect
Which
me to
Ignis
believe
itself
that.
came out a year after the main game came out, so yeah, it's kind of just weird
Have my word.
circumstance there.
Well, in that case...
Okay. Yeah, so this is the
You look
past.
exhausted, my love. Are you all right?
Yeah, and that's Luna's ancestor, right? Or like
I am.
the first oracle or whatever, I believe. Something like
The
that.
gods bless me with a power and a purpose to cure people of
Do,
what ails them.
do, do, do,
I must see their will be done.
Your devotion shall not go unnoticed. The gods will doubtless be watching over you. Just as I shall be watching over you every step of the way. It seems to me the cure for your exhaustion is comprised of two things, one of which is rest.
Oh? And the other?
Is me.
Oh, Era, pray be with me, always.
Angel Guard. This is where he was found after his slumber and everything, right? This is like what, 30 years beforehand? Yeah, and that's the king, right? Like when he was younger, the emperor or whatever. No, yeah, the emperor of
He's alive,
whatever it's called.
just as the ancient texts told.
I love how he still sounds fucking old though.
Take him away.
Don't touch me.
Status report. Everything is fine here.
Roger that. We'll transport the subject to your location.
And we'll have a medical team ready as planned.
What's the situation over there?
Nothing to report. We're just...
Adagium sighted!
Adagium.
Get it back to the cell, no matter what. We can't let that thing off this island.
Okay. Wait, what the fuck?
Stop. Cease this. Cease this.
At once!
Okay. His maximum HP falls every time he takes a hit. Oh, okay. Oh, what the fuck? Wow, I'm really sucking this.
Out of my way! Disappear!
Fuck off. What's that? Oh, wait, that's just like the obvious stuff. Fuck. Fuck off. This is bizarre, though. Oh, yeah. Or not. If I'm sure. What the fuck? Why is he jumping? Like. There we go. Demon fire.
What sins must I atone? These memories. Could they be? Yes. I didn't purge him of the scourge. I bestowed it upon him. Incredible. His power's unbelievable. Hey!
Okay. Do 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 If I'm being honest, I'm really fucking tired right now. Again, I've gotten very little sleep in the last few days. So I think I'll probably go and try to... I think we'll call it a day after this episode. I'll probably just go try to take a nap. And then after that, eventually get around to working on the 2021 gaming video. Chapter 2. is that how you pronounce it? It's Hera? I guess how else would you pronounce that?
Forgive me, brother.
But
But the
Somnus.
throne seats only one.
Gods, no!
Ardyn Azunia, Chief Specifia would like to see you.
Where are we going here? Cool. This is just weird.
Might as well head out. I dare say this outfit wasn't tailor-made.
What the fuck is this jogging animation?
Not the most enthralling view.
It could be worse. Do, 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 do.
Come, have a seat.
Gods above, we thank you for the bounty you have laid before us.
Don't
Not
want your
Victoria
food
break
getting
up with her
cold, do you?
boyfriend. So that's something. Victoria Baymon Day. Do, 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 do,
Are you
do.
enjoying your stay?
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do,
You've been
do,
asleep
do,
for
do,
years.
do,
Learning to
do.
appreciate the waking world will take time. Perhaps I can help enlighten you while we dine.
Ask about me, ask about time. Oh.
How long has it been since you brought me here?
204 days. Roughly 7 months or so. Then again, the Lucians had you locked away in that prison for nearly 2 millennia. I'd be more surprised if you hadn't lost all concept of time. You must loathe those Lucians for what they did to you.
Was your examination of me a fruitful one?
Oh yes, you've proven far more fascinating than expected. No wonder they kept you locked away. To think the powers of a demon could dwell within the heart of a man, it's incredible. The Star Scourge doesn't sap your life force, it gives you more. Your cells can regenerate themselves, and you can demonify other life forms as well. There's no doubt you are not a monster, a marvel. I can't wait to unravel all your mysteries.
Fucking weird thing to say.
What is this food?
Meat, cloned in this facility.
Cloned?
We cultivated somatic cells, used them as donors to fuse the nucleus transplant cells to the recipient oocytes, and then we...
Enough. I've no ear for the ramblings of a lunatic. What is it you want from me, anyhow? What about me interests you so?
You said it yourself, didn't you? You were chosen by the gods. And frankly, with powers like yours, I'd say you're nearly a god in your own right. We need those powers that you possess. With your strength on our side, we could finally put an end to the gruesome war with Lucis. You too must desire the fall of the kingdom that cast you into exile.
My desires are of the past.
The man who wronged you may have died long ago, but his descendants live on to this day. Surely you must bear them some feelings of ill will.
My feelings are none of your concern.
Come along.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a very story-based experience, isn't it? In comparison to the last few.
This is the fruit of my labor. A small portion of it, that is. I envy you. A human life is too short to truly understand all there is to know about the world. Go on, have a look. Do watch your step, won't you?
Demons were first officially recognized as a new species roughly 200 years ago. According to ancient texts, however, humans have suffered from a parasitic plague wrought by the demons for upward of 2 millennia. Demonification is caused by a mutant strain of plasmodia that takes root in living creatures and changes their cellular structures. Infected creatures begin to disperse miasmal particles, the spread of which is known as the Star Scourge. This model is a replica made from plaster poured into a demon-shaped cavity discovered deep underground. Demons sublimate when their vital functions cease, so this particular specimen must have vaporized after the mud around it had already solidified. Scientists believe this subject burrowed into the earth in order to shield itself from the light of the sun.
Well, that continues the story. I don't necessarily want to do that. Wait, what was this? Shit.
Given the demon's aversion to light, they typically stick to the shadows until the sun fades and the night falls.
So the light.
Adagium, however,
We are the assassins.
unlike his demon
He's clipping through the fucking thing.
uninhibited in broad daylight.
Never.
Of course, the ultraviolet rays harm him, much like they would any other demon. Yet his cells regenerate quickly enough to essentially negate the damage.
Yeah. It stings. Like the light of the sun. Perhaps I'd best cover up.
Actually, he reminds me of Bassam, doesn't he? Or I guess Bassam reminds me of Ardyn. But, which I don't know if that's a good thing. But, it's kind of funny. I just realized that that's like kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. Oh, fuck, there's a lot.
At center, we see what I presume to be Lucian warriors and the kings of yore. I've learned a great deal about the first king of Lucis, but I never knew he was second in line. It seems to depict a legend in which the chosen king dispels the darkness. If that's true, does that mean Lucis intends to someday stand above all others? Their trifling tales mean nothing in the face of our superior technology. Only we can restore balance to our world. At the top of the painting, we see the Oracle herself. The bloodline of the Oracle is one of the oldest in Eos, originating with Era Mirus Flore. Only they possess the power to commune with the gods.
This painting depicts the Oracle as some goddess of light herself. She'd doubtless prove a powerful ally if she could be persuaded. On the sides of the frame, we see the Hexathian. Conspicuously absent is the traitorous god of fire who started the Great War of old. Perhaps developing a deeper understanding of the demons will bring us closer to comprehending their divine counterparts. But what if I were to find a way to combine those two disparate elements? By my estimation, the grotesque creatures depicted here are likely demons. Could this mean these monsters will be harbingers of the apocalypse? If only we could find a way to harness their power for ourselves.
The line of Lucis was chosen to eradicate evil from Eos. And with the divine on their side, how could they fail? This is our world.
What the fuck? Alright, well, let's listen to all these. They'll end after this, I think.
Some 4.5 billion years ago. It has been estimated that Eos came into existence some 4.5 billion years ago.
Okay, these are like one-line things.
Ancient myths tell tales of 6 protector gods who first alighted upon Eos in the ancient Solheim era.
Are there 6?
Fossils thought to be remains of the oldest members of the human race were discovered in the Pistola region. Some claim that humans discovered fire in the Sukarp region even before the dawn of the Solheim civilization. According to legend, the fire god Ifrit first bestowed his burning wisdom upon a man who later sat the throne of Solheim. The mechanized civilization of Solheim is presumed to have originated in the Diskai and Klain regions. Exactly when the civilization rose and fell, however, remains the subject of much investigation. The enormous crevasse separating the regions of Klain and Diskai is known as Telpar Crag. It is here that the War of the Astrals is said to have taken place. When Ifrit tried to reduce mankind to ash, the other gods fought back, and some claim this clash caused the collapse of Solheim. It is said that Ifrit, having lost the War of the Astrals, was interred atop the Rock of Ravito. After the war, the ice goddess Shiva allegedly sank into a deep slumber, nestled in the Gorbas Rift of Volute. To this day, no one knows what became of the blade god, Bahamut.
Oh, he's one of them?
I guess that makes sense, honestly. Can be seen supporting the meteor.
Wait, so it's Titan, Shiva, Ifrit, Leviathan, Bahamut, and what was the last one?
As for the storm god Rama, legend
Rama. Oh, okay, yeah.
Within Fosha Hollow,
so that's the 6.
The sea goddess Leviathan disappeared in the wake of the war. Some say she swam below the waves and slumbers beneath the city of Altisha. Some 2,000 years ago, the gods granted Somnus Lucis Caelum 2 gifts: the sacred stone and ring. With these in hand, he founded the kingdom of Lucis. In the centuries since, Lucis has managed to expand its territory while struggling to suppress a parasitic plague. As of ME 722, Mor's Lucis Caelum sits the throne as the 112th monarch of his line. Regis Lucis Caelum is King Mor's firstborn son, and first in line to succeed his father. Off the coast of Golden Key is an uninhabited island that Lucians regard as sacred ground.
Oh, actually, so that's where Ardyn was the entire time, on that island?
Sealed away within, but investigations into its existence have yet to provide conclusive evidence. Soon after the establishment of the Kingdom of Lucis, House Fulleré founded the nation of Tenebrae. The Empire began its occupation of Tenebrae in ME 359, a move that was initially met with much apprehension. In order to assuage the dissenters, the Empire preserved the Oracle's home of Fenestala Manor. This concession was partially made for political purposes. House Fulleré enjoys close ties with the line of Lucis. The Accordo Protectorate has developed into a bustling league of towns at the heart of maritime
So essentially,
trade.
this is a massive
In
exposition dump,
606,
right?
The Empire won an important battle against the allied forces of Lucis and Accordo, and in turn, annexed the Protectorate. The country is steeped in traditions and cultures that are incompatible with imperial rule, so the Empire has permitted it a measure of relative political autonomy.
How many more are there?
Centuries after the founding of Lucis, a movement to revive the lost civilization of Solheim arose around the Weltham region. Leading the charge was House Aldercat, whose brave deeds brought about the rise of the Niflheim Empire. The Empire built upon Solheim's magic technology and employed it for military use. This new firepower helped the Empire fell its foes, taking Tenebrae in ME 359 and Accordo in ME 606. As of ME 722, under the direction of Emperor Aedalus Aldercat, the Empire is developing new arms fusing magitech with demons.
Okay. Oh, fucking reset the thing.
Vestiges of the ancient Solheim civilization can still be seen in the ruins of Piteous and Steeleth Grove. Several ancient structures also dot the forest of the Fall Grove that encircles Castlemark Tower. Excavation of these various sites is currently underway. In ME 501, during an expedition in the Ulwat region, the Imperial Army discovered a new species known as demons.
Is that it? That's kind of an anticlimactic ending to that. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we'll go and end here. Next episode, we'll continue on. I don't know when that'll be. Probably won't be until tomorrow, but if we can finish the game tomorrow, that'll be ideal. And yeah. Wrap up Final Fantasy 15. I forgot that. Yeah, my copy of Mass Effect did arrive. I need to pick that up. And then, yeah, I'll get that installed. And then, yeah, we can have that ready to be, start that on maybe Friday, maybe Saturday, maybe sometime else. I don't know when the fuck, but whenever we get around to it. But, yep, that is it for Final Fantasy 15 for today. Thank you for watching.